Your boy Andrew Cuomo, he's back at it again. And you know, I don't understand this. How is Andrew Cuomo still in office? That's my question. How is he still in office? That's my thing, right? How is Andrew Cuomo still in office, man? I just don't understand this. Like, people like innocent till proven guilty, but bruh, this man, like, this man's guilty, bro. Like, I absolutely believe these women. I also believe the Democrat Assemblyman Ron Kim. I absolutely believe him. I believe him. Because Cuomo, man, you just a damn clown, man.
Enough from the clown.
We gotta get this man out the freaking office, man. Cuomo responds to shout from supporter amid scandals. I'm not going anywhere, darling. Cuomo continues to resist pressure to resign as he faces multiple scandals. It's from Fox News. Mind you, a sixth woman has come forward. A sixth woman has come forward. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is facing calls for his resignation amid scandals, including allegations of sexual harassment from multiple women, but he clearly still has his female supporters, as was evidenced following an event where he announced a local church was going to be a vaccination site. Cuomo addressed the media Monday morning alongside a virtual appearance by Reverend Al Sharpton, encouraging New Yorkers to get vaccinated and urging more houses of worship to open up as coronavirus vaccination sites. On his way out, he received a vote of confidence from a woman waiting outside. First of all, but I wonder, did he ever say anything about Brett Kavanaugh? See, I wonder. See, it's very, very interesting. Google is a very wonderful tool because Google allows you to bring up, but right is wrong and wrong is wrong now. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Civil rights leaders called for a full examination of Kavanaugh's record and meeting with Senate leaders. I mean, hold on now. Let me go check and see if Sharpton said anything now. Now, the letter was co-authored by Reverend Al Sharpton and also the NAACP. So, you know, if he has so much to say about Brett Kavanaugh, if you had so much, it seems to me like a very strange thing, you know?
It seems to me a strange thing.
It's a very strange thing. You know, I agree with you. I agree with Jesus Christ Superstar. It's a very, very strange thing.
It seems to me a strange thing
that Al Sharpton can speak about Brett Kavanaugh and demand change with Brett Kavanaugh, but suddenly when it comes to Andrew Cuomo, and you have now 6 women, and probably gonna be a 7, probably gonna be an 8, probably gonna be 100 by the time the week's freaking through. We don't know. We don't know at this point. We have no idea. Al Sharpton is still going to stand by this man? Interesting. I love you, and you better stay where you are. We've got your back, the woman called out as the governor entered a car. Cuomo smiled, pulled down his mask, and asked if the woman had been vaccinated yet. I love you, she shouted again. We love you. We need you we need you at the finish line. You better stay. Shut the hell up, you goddamn clown.
Enough from the clown.
For whoever that woman is, I guarantee you Andrew Cuomo probably paid her off. I guarantee you Andrew Cuomo probably gave her a couple $1,000, say, hey, when I show up to this freaking to this church, this vaccination site, especially if it's Al Sharpton there, his fake ass. Al Sharpton is all about fleecing people at the moment and or preparing the most opportune moment for media cameras. That has been Al Sharpton's. That's been half of Al Sharpton's career. Now, I respect Al Sharpton for the civil rights work that he has done. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted, baby. Let's not misunderstand things, right? Let's not misunderstand things. We have a 6th woman who is Andrew Cuomo's current aide, who has come out with some allegations against Andrew Cuomo. And here's how this goddamn clown Cuomo responded. I want you to hear this goddamn nigga moment.
You're about to experience a nigga moment.
I want you to hear this damn nigga moment. Okay, I'm not going anywhere, darling, Cuomo responded before departing. What kind of shit? Who the hell is facing sexual assault allegations, sexual harassment allegations in a COVID nursing home scandal and yet says this shit? Do you really believe that a random woman, right, just loved it what Andrew Cuomo said, and a random woman goes out of her way and say all this shit, right? A random woman. When you've had groups out there who have flown whole airplanes, again, people don't know about this, right? Because again, in order for me to believe this shit, I gotta believe that people weren't out here doing this shit. Cuomo airplanes. Let's go airplane message. I want you to see this shit. I want you to see just how many people out there actually hates Andrew Cuomo, right? I want you to see this shit, right? The governor killed Nana. Someone flew that over there, right? Someone flew that over the freaking Capitol, right? Over the actual NYC Capitol. Someone flew that over there. But then the women's group also fly a banner to protest Andrew Cuomo being still in office. Women's group did this, right? Women's group fly a banner over Capitol to protest Governor Cuomo. It would not be surprising to me if this woman was paid off, because I want you to see this shit, right? It is just quite delicious. It is just quite delicious. All right, so women's groups fly banner over state capitol to protest Governor Cuomo. It's just quite delicious. It's just quite delicious, man.
Governor Cuomo from office has literally taken flight.
A trio of so-called gender justice organizations pooled their money, hired an airplane, and directed that plane to fly over the state capitol today.
Wow.
Dan Levy was there for the arrival. He joins us live with tonight's top story.
That's hilarious. So people actually flew a plane with like a message that Cuomo's got to
airplane
go.
was circling downtown Albany for about 2 hours, and the message that was clearly visible high in the sky, trailing that airplane, was for Governor Cuomo to pack his bags and leave office immediately. And what a sight it was under gray, overcast
New Yorkers
skies.
say Cuomo's got to go.
Flight that circled
Wow.
downtown Albany cost about $5,000. And the
So as you can see, man, people.
insist that
I
if
want
the
you to
governor
see.
were to leave office, it'll be money well spent.
It is just, again. I want you to understand. When I make the accusation that there was, that this woman was clearly freaking paid off, again, that's the hate that he was getting. You had people out there saying Cuomo killed my grandma. You had an airplane doing that, right? But then you also have people doing airplanes doing this shit. You had Democrats trying to impeach this man. You had Democrats who removed this man's emergency powers. You had Democrats like Ron Kim who's come out against Andrew Cuomo. Again, do you really believe this woman was being sincere, right? Do you really believe this woman was being sincere? This is an actual person, or maybe she might have been paid off. Do you really believe that? Again, if you it's a very, very strange thing.
Seems to me a strange thing.
Right? It's a very, very strange thing. This man threatens people to change their opinion or put out positive statements about the COVID nursing home scandal that he was actually involved in, or else he would ruin their career, or else he would ruin their career. Now some people might put it past this man to pay off people to say things like this for a very convenient, extremely convenient news media appearance with a fan. When Al Sharpton just so happens to be, I tell you, I have my doubts. I tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
I just have my doubts, man. I just have my doubts. There's just something about the story. It just seems kind of weird to me. Something about this just seems like it just stands out to me. Cuomo has faced calls to resign from many officials, a lot of them fellow Democrats, including state assembly and Senate members, as well as New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, due to sexual harassment allegations and controversies related to coronavirus nursing home deaths. Cuomo has shrugged off the pressure so far, insisting that he will not resign. New York State Attorney General Letitia James is currently investigating the harassment allegations, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York is looking into nursing home deaths, which critics have blamed on a state directive requiring facilities to take in residents who had COVID-19, and whether Cuomo released false data that underreported the number of fatalities. The State Assembly's Judiciary Committee is also conducting a broad impeachment inquiry that is covering both subjects. So once again, I hope Cuomo goes. He needs to resign, but mostly resign, but also be impeached and also be locked up for the things that you have done. Because I believe everybody in the case against freaking Andrew Cuomo, I believe he's a scumfuck. I believe it. And there's not much anyone can do to change my mind at this point. Seriously, I mean, at this point, it's not just men who have come forward with claims. It's also women. It's not just women who have come forward with claims. It's also fellow New Yorkers. It's also it's not just men's groups who don't like Andrew Cuomo. It's clearly some of the feminist groups who don't like Andrew Cuomo. It's not just Republicans who don't like Andrew Cuomo. It's also Democrats. So once again, Andrew Cuomo needs to go for the sake of New Yorkers and also for the sake of the state of New York and also for the good of the country, because that state cannot function with that man at the helm abusing people, and also just for the confidence of the voters and also for the confidence of the citizens and also the functionality of the government itself. Andrew Cuomo needs to go.